Hey everybody, welcome back to an all-new episode of Getting Real with Real Estate. I'm Jason Potter.
And I'm Jennifer Nicely. Welcome back to 2023. We have got an incredible lineup for you today.
Yes, we do. Mortgage rates are falling a little bit, which is
thank
excellent.
goodness.
We told you so, right?
Yes.
Just hang in there. And it's springtime, which means we got to get our homes ready to get sold. We got traffic coming into the beach.
That's right. So we are going to talk about what happens in the spring in the real estate market. And whether you are looking at putting your house on the market or not, you may want to start today doing some things for the future of your home.
That's right. So stick with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. So, springtime.
Yes.
Weather's going to start breaking here in a little bit.
I love it.
That means a lot of people are going to be coming into Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We are
That's
excited.
right. We are so excited.
Yes.
Our tourism industry, like we talked about on the last episode, is just incredible.
Yeah.
And you know, those tourists, they end up buying, and that helps our economy. Not only the taxes like we talked about last time, but they get the Myrtle Beach, Horry County itch. And
Yes,
they
do.
want to be here because, like you said, climate's breaking, and where they're from, it's not. So we're excited for them to come.
You know, many of you reached out to us over the past month with our last episode with those statistics, and we were just as excited to share that with you, and I'm glad that you were excited to receive them. We've got a lot of information that we will cover in this show, but today we're going to talk a little bit about where interest rates are. We've got an expert to talk to us about that later on. And we also want to talk about how to get your home prepped for the spring selling season. You know, the market is changing. Jennifer and I were talking off camera a little bit about just our own personal experiences lately with our purchasers and our homeowners. I don't want to say it, I don't even think I should, but we're back to kind of multiple offer situations on some specific homes. Now, others are staying on the market a little bit longer, and that's okay. Maybe they're priced a little bit higher than where they most likely need to be, and when they do drop into that correct valuation,
where everyone jumps.
That's right.
That's exactly right. You know, there are homes that are staying on the market longer, like Jason said. The days on market average is going up. Homes aren't necessarily selling within hours or days and even a couple of weeks. However, when they are priced right, it is still multiple offers.
That's right.
You know, my buyer that I just working on closing right now. We made an offer on multiple offers, and we paid $5,000 over asking price.
That's right.
But it was a great house in a great area. And so people are still out there. The market's not crashing like the news is saying.
No, not in Myrtle Beach, not in the Grand Strand.
At least not in Myrtle Beach.
You know, and it's funny you said multiple offers and not amount of hours. The situation that I found myself in as well, the home was actually listed for a couple of days, but over those couple of days, they acquired a couple different offers. The homeowner took their time. The purchasers took their time.
That's right.
Made competitive offers within their means.
Yes.
And a little bit different because about 18 months ago, our multiple offer situations were happening within minutes. We had cars lined up outside. But it does show us a little bit as real estate professionals and brokers where we may be going here in 2023 in real estate market. And I think the word would be healthy.
I agree with that. That would be the word of 2023. I want to add to that is January 1st of every year, all realtors have to renew their Realtor Association membership.
Yes, we do.
And I was very anxious to see how many of them are going to renew and how many of them are bowing out. Because when you look at the last recession, the housing recession of 2007, we lost over half of the realtors in the industry.
Very quickly.
Very quickly. And I'm happy to say every one of them renewed.
And we have over 5,000. Over 5,000.
Yes, for Horry and Georgetown County.
Number.
Yeah, it's around 4,700 and some change. So when you look at Horry and Georgetown County, 4,700 agents, and they all renew, that tells you right there that they don't believe that a crash is coming either. They believe that it's going to be healthy too. So that's one of the reasons we're talking about this today is because we want you to see an inside view of what's going on in real estate and not just the talk of the town of people who don't do this on a regular basis.
Yep, and so what we want to talk to you a little bit more about is getting your home ready to sell, or maybe your friends thinking about selling, your family members thinking about selling. Here are some tips coming up after the break that you can do to increase your attractiveness on the market to the consumers and get your home sold quickly for top dollar. So stick with us, we'll be right back.
Whether you're relocating, decluttering, or renovating your home, Smooth Transition should be your first point of contact for a stress-free move. We are a senior and specialty move management company here to help our clients downsize from a larger space to a smaller space. We offer professional packing services to carefully handle even the most fragile family heirlooms. From interior redesign to estate dispersal and auction services, when it comes to relocation and move management, contact a company that will make sure you have a smooth transition.
Protect your home before a hurricane strikes. Palmetto Protection Films guard your home or business from high wind and storm damage with our shatter-resistant UV blocking window films.
Our high-quality window films reduce energy costs too. Efficient, stylish, smart. Palmetto Protection Films.
And welcome back. So we were talking about getting your home prepared to sell if that is going to be something you're thinking about doing in 2023. Now, off camera, Jennifer and I were talking about how many times it's happened to us where we said we are never moving again, but life happens.
Life does happen. You know, the house I'm in right now, I spent 6 years looking for.
Yeah.
I am probably one of my worst clients I've ever dealt with because I know too much is the problem. And so as soon as I start looking at homes, I'm like, well, I can get this better. I can do this better. I've seen better.
Yeah.
And so I was super picky. And the house I'm in now, I have declared on multiple occasions it's going to be my forever house. I'm dying here. It has everything I've ever wanted. Well, I've found somebody and I'm now recently engaged and he comes along with 2 kids on a second marriage and now we have 3.
It's a full house.
It's a full house. 3 preteens, bless my heart.
Oh my goodness.
But now my house isn't big enough.
Right.
And so we're going to have to sell. And you know, one thing we talked about was, although I have declared for years that I'm never going to sell this house, I have done some remodeling. I have done upgrades. I've had to replace my roof. I've had to paint my house. And while doing all of those, I've had the real estate mind of, if I ever had to sell, what is going to give me the best return? And that's how I made the decisions on how I remodeled. Right? Not just my taste, but more of a generic, covers everyone else's
Which is very
taste.
important.
Very
because
important.
It does happen to us.
It does.
And something that we were discussing is how many times our clients, friends and family, will look inward on their inside of their house and forget or forego the outside maintenance. And let me tell you, the outside has a lot more power than you think it does.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
So just something that we'd like to share with you. So part of most multiple listing services, or MLSs if you will, when listing professionals like ourselves go and sell somebody's home, the first picture generally has to be the front elevation or the outside of the home.
Right, it's required.
Right, and so how many times have you, just on the other side of this camera, been looking online at homes for sale and that first picture is just turned off and you go to the next house?
That's right, that's right.
How many times have we driven up to a home with clients and the interior photos got us there, the price and the location got us there, but when we drove up to the house, the purchaser says, no thank you.
Yes.
Right, so really do not forget to spruce up the maintenance of the front yard, power wash the house, fix some of those cracks, because it does go a long way.
It does. And Jason, you're absolutely right. You know, not only is it maintenance that you need to do on the exterior of our house, it's the sprucing, like Jason said. So get that new fresh doormat, get new flowers and put those on the side. Trim your bushes, paint your shutters. The cheapest thing you can do is put a fresh paint on your shutters, and it makes
a huge
everything
difference.
pop. Yes.
It sets the tone. When purchasers are out there looking at real estate, it's kind of like showing up on the first date, right?
Yeah.
There's the person sitting there, they're at the table, it's the appearance, it's the restaurant, it's everything. It sets the energy. So think about when you have maybe purchased your last house that you're in. The real estate professional gets you to the house, you drive up in the car, you get out, and then we take our phones out and we sit there for about a good minute and a half while we're trying to use the application to open the lockbox to get the key. Well, that's what we're doing.
Yes.
The purchaser behind us is
Looking around.
Looking
That's
around.
Exactly
They're looking
right.
at the front door to see if it's been stained. They're seeing if the front lead walk's been power washed. It really, the shutters, I'm glad you pointed that out. Huge, huge. The landscape, they say, wow, if the landscape's been taken care of so well, imagine what the insides. And it really sets the energy and the tone. And I will tell you, time and time again, it works. It works for you as homeowners that when they come in, they're excited, they're anticipating great things, and it really will help you sell your home faster and generally for more money.
Absolutely. You know, we have a lot of tips this episode just like this, and our guest speaker today is Ed Bacchino with Revolution Mortgage.
Yes.
And if you've watched episodes in the past, you know Ed comes with a lot of great information to educate all of us.
And he generally hits the nail right on the head.
He does.
He is really good at predicting on where things are going to be going, so I'm really excited to talk to him about
Absolutely.
that as well. Yeah.
So stick with us. We'll be back with Ed Bacchino and then the listing of the month.
Whether you're relocating, decluttering, or renovating your home, Smooth Transition should be your first point of contact for a stress-free move. We are a senior and specialty move management company here to help our clients downsize from a larger space to a smaller space. We offer professional packing services to carefully handle even the most fragile family heirlooms. From interior redesign to estate dispersal and auction services, when it comes to relocation and move management, contact a company that will make sure you have a smooth transition.
Protect your home before a hurricane strikes. Palmetto Protection Films guard your home or business from high wind and storm damage with our shatter-resistant UV blocking window films.
Our high-quality window films reduce energy costs too. Efficient, stylish, smart. Palmetto Protection Films.
And we're back. Thank you everybody for tuning in. You know who this is.
Hi, I'm Ed Bacchino, Branch Production Manager with Revolution Mortgage.
Ed Bacchino, Revolution Mortgage. You know, everybody that comes onto the show always asks what they should wear, and they always come in a suit. Ed's always in a suit, and I said, I want you to wear your swag today. So he's got his Revolution Mortgage sweatshirt on. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. Yes, I'm swagged out today.
I love it. I love it. So every time we bring them on, the market seems to be improving. So I think we're going to have you on every episode because I tell you what, when you come on, you have some really great wisdom, some great insight. A lot of our viewers reach out, need your information because they're kind of in that process. They need to start speaking with a real estate professional, but also a lending professional. My goodness, 2023, it seems like it's really turned around. I know that the holidays are always slow, but I don't think even us real estate professionals were anticipating kind of the activity that we saw once January 1st hit of 2023. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. You know, there's been a lot of changes economically, right? We've had a lot of inflation issues. We're starting to see supply chain coming back a little bit, right? We're starting to see energy prices come down, oil. So we're starting to see some improvements within the interest rates. We're also starting to see, not to get too technical, but some liquidity coming back into the bond market, mortgage-backed securities. So we're starting to see a little bit of easing in pricing. And I think, you know, just folks that may be following the economy and watching financial news networks and such forth, they're getting those sound bites, right? So plus you get through that holiday lag that you talked about a little bit. But yes, January 1, it was sort of like a light switch went off. And we're in an interesting market here as well, right?
That's right.
So we support primary residence, second home, investment property. So a lot of opportunities for folks.
Talk to me a little bit about, and our viewers, there are different loan programs for different types of purchasers. You just mentioned primary residence, second home investors. Is the investment side of it and the second home programs, are they getting any better, or is it just improvements for the primary residence purchasers? Yeah,
great question. So everything flows together. So if we see pricing improving overall, it's improving for everybody, right? And a large part of our business is second home and investment purchases.
Yes, it is.
And again, you know, coming into the new year, we've certainly seen a lot of activity. But yeah, as price improves, it's going to improve for everybody.
Okay. And obviously rates, you know, I was talking to somebody the other day, and I think what people are recognizing and realizing is it's never going to be here again, but they just got a taste of it up here, and they don't ever want that. So now that that improvement's taken place, I think it's getting a lot of people at the kitchen table or the dinner table, if you will, saying, hey, you know what, if we're going to do this, this needs to be the quarter, or this needs to be the first half of we need to make a move, right? How are mortgage applications and credit checks on your side? Are you seeing a lot of inquiries coming through more so?
We are. Again, we had that holiday lag,
Yeah.
but coming into the new year, we've certainly seen a very heavy increase in applications.
You all, thank you for watching our show, of course, but really you need to seek the advice of a real estate professional, but most importantly a lending professional if you're going to be considering borrowing and getting a mortgage. Getting pre-qualified but getting pre-approved, there's a difference, and we talked about that on the last episode that you were on, but getting pre-approved is very important, especially if we find ourselves back in even a smidgen of the market that we experienced back in 2020 and 2021. It's going to be very important to show the homeowner that you're making the offer on their home, as well as, most importantly, the homeowner's real estate broker. They're going to be able to see who's signing that pre-approval, if it's a pre-approval versus a pre-qualification, because it's going to make a huge difference when being presented to the homeowner for consideration of your offer. And you really want to give yourself that competitive edge, because we're starting to see signs of it. Lending professionals are starting to see signs of it. Market is shifting back. It's becoming a little bit more healthy, a little bit more competitive, and you need to give yourself a competitive edge. Ed, thank you for being with us and our viewers.
Jason.
We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Good luck
everyone.
this year. We'll have you back on. You're always a good energy for us in our local market. So thank you for watching, guys. Stick with us and we'll be right back.
Whether you're relocating, decluttering, or renovating your home, Smooth Transition should be your first point of contact for a stress-free move. We are a senior and specialty move management company here to help our clients downsize from a larger space to a smaller space. We offer professional packing services to carefully handle even the most fragile family heirlooms. From interior redesign to estate dispersal and auction services, when it comes to relocation and move management, contact a company that will make sure you have a smooth transition.
Protect your home before a hurricane strikes. Palmetto Protection Films guard your home or business from high wind and storm damage with our shatter-resistant UV blocking window films.
Our high-quality window films reduce energy costs too. Efficient, stylish, smart. Palmetto Protection Films.
Hey everybody, no, this is not part of the show. Jennifer and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of the charities and organizations that are really important to us. I know that many of you watch our show, you follow us on social media, you see some of the commercials and organizations that we promote. And we wanted to talk to you a little bit about that today.
Yes, and Jason and I are not alone in this. A lot of realtors and a lot of real estate agents give back, donate, volunteer, and have charities they support. Our schedules help with this,
yes.
And a lot of us really support the counties that we live in, and the Grand Strand's made up of many of those.
It is, and many of our viewers and many of you watching right now, we know that you may have relocated recently in the past couple months, weeks, years to the Grand Strand, and you have that yearning to serve your community that now you're a part of. Most real estate professionals in most cities do volunteer work,
yes.
Whether it's their time, their energy,
yes.
Their finances, their money, and you can get involved as well.
Yes, so we want to tell you about a few of them, whether it's the charities that we support or charities just within the community that you can get involved with. I challenge you to get involved with a charity that you have a passion for.
Yes.
When you do that, it goes much farther for that charity and for you. So a couple of charities that I'm involved in, the first one in no particular order, which would be Sea Haven. So Sea Haven is a nonprofit organization for homeless youth.
Yes.
There's a lot of things for young children, there's a lot of things for adults and families with children, but there's a gap in the middle, and there's not a lot for youth, and we're talking 13 to 24 years old. And Sea Haven's been around for decades, and they are known throughout our state. But last year we had over 500 youth come through our doors and phone calls and ask for services. These could be homeless, battered, pregnant. These are not troubled youth. They are not juvenile delinquents. They are children who have been dealt a bad card.
Yeah, and I'm very proud of you for doing that. You do a
Thank
lot
you.
of work. You raise a lot of awareness for that. Another one that is close to my heart is Backseas Wagons. A good friend of mine, Mr. Kevin Hoover, his son, was rushed down to MUSC and down in Charleston a couple years ago, and they promised if we get out of here, we're going to sell everything, get an RV, travel the country, raise awareness for pediatric cancer. One of the things they found was, and you may have seen the commercial, but one of the things they found was the children are so weak that getting to and from treatments, they have a lot of trouble doing that. So what they did for their son was put him in a wagon. They decorated that wagon, waterproof pillows and blankets and a lot of his favorite toys.
That's right.
And it made a difficult process just a little bit brighter. And so we raise awareness and we raise finances and funds so that we can give any child who wants a wagon, or any family that's going through it, because it is the family as well, it's not just the child. Just a little glimmer of hope and a little bit of light and fun. And we also give presents to the other family members in not just the child going through the treatment, but some of the siblings as well. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. I followed that story from day one, and it's amazing the impact that they've made throughout the country. Another one we have here in town is a nonprofit store front called Associated Charities. It's down in the Myrtle Beach area. This is where you can donate your clothes or any type of items. It is for people who are in need, not necessarily completely homeless, but maybe knocking on the front doorstep of homelessness. And they are vetted of whether or not they need these items. And these people can come into this store and they can shop and get whatever they need for absolute free.
Incredible.
Absolute free. So I try to donate all of my clothes and my child's clothes to either Sea Haven or Associated Charities, because depending on the time of the year, depends on what they need. As far as homelessness is concerned, the top two things that they do need are socks and shoes, and then an ID. Those are typically the three things that are stolen from them. Obviously, we can't help with their IDs, but we can help with shoes and socks. So if you have any old shoes sitting in the back, go drop them off at Associated Charities or Sea Haven, or even New Directions. New Directions is for homelessness, no matter the age.
Backpack Buddies, last but certainly not least, and there's so many that we could probably spend weeks or months talking about it, so there really is no excuse not to get involved. But Backpack Buddies, you know, there's a lot of children that go to school and that's where they get their meals. And when they go home from school, they don't have any meals. And especially on that Friday, they get out of school to that Monday.
And those long weekends.
It's not just in huge metropolitan areas, it's happening right here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So Backpack Buddies is an amazing organization, amazing people, but they could certainly use your donations of food, time, energy, transportation services, certainly finances, to be able to get some of those foods, essential foods, and they actually will deliver them to these families that are in need. The schools I usually identify who's in need, and then this organization does that. So you can feel free to reach out to Jennifer or I on your own time. Follow us on social media. Get involved. There are so many organizations here in Myrtle Beach and along the entire Grand Strand where you can get involved and serve. There's nothing better than to serve with your heart and your time for somebody else. It's the greatest reward we can give ourselves and certainly somebody else.
The four we talked about, like Jason said, there are numerous charities on all different scales of topics. So again, reach out to us, let us know, but get involved because it's good for our community, but it's good for you and the people who are in need also.
Thank you for watching, and we hope you get involved as well. And we're back. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This is one of my favorite parts of the show, and I know it's yours. It's the listing of the month. And before we get into it, take a look at this beautiful custom home located in Conway, South Carolina. This is 8231 Timber Ridge. It is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, built in 1994, all brick custom home featuring over 4,000 square feet. The homeowners over the past several years have done amazing updates to this home. Just take a look at how stunning the lot location, the views from the golf course of this house, and inside of this home, the homeowner has updated much of the windows with triple pane Pella windows and doors. You all, that is like the top of the line stuff. Also, new flooring, kitchen appliances, cabinets, updates and accents to the walls with shoe molding. You've got heating and air updates, landscape updates, decking, roofing, the list goes on and on. This is located in the Forest Lake Estate community in Conway, just up the street from Carolina Forest off Highway 501. It's conveniently located to Coast Carolina University, also very conveniently located to Conway Hospital. Of course, you have Tanger Outlets right there, lots of shops and restaurants close to Highway 501 and Highway 31 to get you access up and down the beautiful Grand Strand. But this is a beautiful custom home, beautiful upgrades in this property. Reach out to us at Getting Real with Real Estate for more information. And again, as always, if you feel like you have the new listing of the month, reach out to us and you may see your home right here.
Whether you're relocating, decluttering, or renovating your home, Smooth Transition should be your first point of contact for a stress-free move. We are a senior and specialty move management company here to help our clients downsize from a larger space to a smaller space. We offer professional packing services to carefully handle even the most fragile family heirlooms. From interior redesign to estate dispersal and auction services, when it comes to relocation and move management, contact a company that will make sure you have a smooth transition.
Protect your home before a hurricane strikes. Palmetto Protection Films guard your home or business from high wind and storm damage with our shatter-resistant UV blocking window films.
Our high-quality window films reduce energy costs too. Efficient, stylish, smart. Palmetto Protection Films.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, Jennifer, that was another successful episode, I believe.
It really
Some
was.
good information.
A lot of education,
Yeah.
jam-packed in this 30-minute episode.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've said this statistic before, but every 18 months, 50% of our information has changed.
Yes.
And so unless you have someone who's staying on top of it, you may start to believe what the news outlets and everyone else is saying,
Yeah.
social media is saying. And so I challenge you to keep up with the latest and greatest,
Yeah.
and follow those people on social media or even this TV show that,
Yeah.
that keeps you updated.
Yeah, reach out to your local real estate professional.
Yes.
I know many of you have friends and family that have their license, but reach out to a professional. They will be staying on top of the market. Call a local lender.
That's
Go
right.
sit down and take them to lunch. They will go have lunch with you, right?
Absolutely.
And it really will help benefit you whether you're selling and
Yes.
timing the market or whether you're thinking about purchasing. Also, speaking of purchasing, Jennifer and I want to thank you. Every time we have a listing of the month, it sells. You guys are pushing it out on social media. You're sharing it with your friends
Yes.
and family. So I think we're like 5 for 5 right
Yeah,
now. So
we
we're picking
are.
some good homes. They are selling. Market's very healthy. And we just appreciate you, our viewers, our loyal viewers. We'll continue to produce some really good episodes for you, some good content, and some fun stuff for you to share and to be informed along the way.
Yes. So follow us on social media, and don't forget to check us out next month, every Monday, 12:30. We'll see you there.